The sugar industry hid its link to diseases. Investigators report that the industry misled us all. How sugar destroys your body. In this video, we're going to cover they misled us that it was fats. In the 1960s, a debate began over the effect of sugar and fats on cardiovascular disease. Researchers say that the sugar industry, wanting to influence the discussion, funded research to look into sugar consumption. And when it found data suggesting that sugar was harmful, the powerful industry pointed a finger at fats. Newly uncovered historical documents indicate the industry never disclosed the findings of its work and effectively misled the public to protect its economic interests. The food industry, marketing, and the creation of a health crisis. Link with heart disease. The Sugar Research Foundation, which was organizational ties to the Sugar Association, funded animal research to explore the link between sugar consumption and cardiovascular disease. Rats were fed a high sugar diet and were found to have increased levels of triglyceride, fatty substances in the bloodstream. In humans, the high cholesterol levels can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke. The research also found a connection between sugar consumption and an enzyme associated with bladder cancer. Are you swallowing sugar-coated science? 12 grams of sugar in those health bars, 18 grams of sugar in yogurt, 16 grams of sugar in 501. Together, the sugar-laden products exceed the USDA's daily sugar cap of 42 grams. Yet in 2013, General Motors spent $258 million advertising these brands as healthy. The advertisers to your kids, your grandchildren, your family, your friends, everybody is getting too much sugar in their diet, and it's causing diabetes, obesity, and a major problem of the health crisis in America. The food industry. The researchers claim that the sugar industry misled the public, mirror assumptions the tobacco industry faced. A trial was held in 2004 to determine whether tobacco industry officials had intentionally deceived Americans for years into thinking that smoking did not cause cancer, despite acknowledging the dangers of smoking among themselves. 8 months later, the tobacco industry was asked to pay $10 billion over 5 years to help millions of Americans quit smoking. The penalty was less than 8% of what the government had asked for when proceedings began. Look at this diagram. The doctors and scientists. Besides, there are hundreds of scientific research papers between 1940s and 1980s claiming that no harmful effect can be found, or countering genuine research highlighting harms of tobacco. Later it was found that most of such research papers had direct or indirect support from the tobacco industry. Look at this ad. More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. I remember those ads when I was a little kid. Sugar paid off studies. Today's report isn't the first time that decades-old documents appear to show that the sugar industry distorted medical research. In 2015, a report published in the journal PLOS Medicine described a national campaign in the 1960s to boost cavity prevention and a government research program to curb tooth decay by the 1970s. But instead of encouraging people to eat less sugar, the government, swayed by sugar industry interests, pushed alternative methods such as ways to break up dental plaque and vaccines for fighting tooth decay. In 1964, the group known as the Sugar Association looked for ways to soften negative attitudes toward sugar. After studies began linking sugar with heart disease, the group approved Project 226, in which it paid Harvard researchers today's equivalent of $48,900 to write an article reviewing those studies. The articles published in 1967 concluded that there was no doubt that the only dietary intervention needed to prevent heart disease was reducing cholesterol and saturated fat. The researchers played down the effects of sugar according to analysis of historical documents published in the journal JAMA Internal Medicine. Now, there was a woman named Susan Powter that came out with a program called Stop the Insanity, where she said fat makes you fat. And this is proving that this is the furthest thing from the truth. Sugar makes you fat. Sugar raises your blood glycerides and causes diabetes, and in turn causes you to store more fat. It's not fat that makes you fat, it's sugar that makes you fat. So get wise. Don't let them take advantage of you. What I recommend, educate yourself on what the food industry is doing to your health and life expectancy. Obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, strokes, and early aging are results of far too much sugar in your diets. Now that you've been made aware, don't let the food industry continue to harm your health and shorten your life. My goal is to die young at a very old age. You know, here they're showing the life expectancy in 2012 for women was 81 and for men 76. My dad right now is 95 and in full health. So it's up to you how long you stay alive. It's up to you how you live a healthy old age. It's up to you to listen to all the information that's being put out there and get away from the misinformation of the food industry. Thanks again. Please subscribe, recommend this video to everybody in your life, and you might help save someone's life. Bye-bye. That video, our promise to you, we promise to keep your Medicare supplement premiums as low as possible for the rest of your life. Give us a call, 845-380-5809. If you have any questions, you can email us at insuredmet@gmail.com. We'll see you on the videos, and I hope this has been helpful information and you take it to heart. Thank you.